Welcome back, folks, for Profit, and thanks once again for joining me for the Dawnguard series. Before we get this party started, I should probably mention if you really want Serana as a follower, you can absolutely do that right here and right now. The thing is she won't accept you until you get rid of your current follower. So that being said, make sure you're not going to be overweighted, because once you get through this dialogue option coming up, Serana's going to start walking around the castle, and if you got tons of weight on you from your follower, you're just not going to be able to catch up to her. Okay, so once they're all emptied out, go ahead and tell them to part ways, so that you will be proceeding with no follower. Alright folks, so as the quest marker dictates, go ahead and follow Isran here. And that's going to kick off another little cutscene here with Serana. And folks, once again, there's going to be some really important dialogue options coming up if you want to be able to heal her of vampirism later on. Okay, so go ahead and talk to Serana once they get done jibber-jabbering. Keeping in mind you want to be Dr. Phil, ask her about how she's doing. I don't know if this is a real critical dialogue option, I'm just going to show you how I always do it. Ask her what she's got to do with the Dawnguard. Again, not sure if this is critical, this is just the way I always answer. Okay, go ahead and talk to Isran as the quest marker demands. After that little cutscene, Serana will once again grab your attention.
Skyrim's a pretty big place.
Alright folks, after all that fun stuff with Isran and Serana, you're going to get some more dialogue options. Now this is just quest related, this isn't getting back into, you know, critical, but that's going to be coming up here again in just a moment.
Wanting to get out and explore a bit.
Now if you've already pre-dismissed your follower, she's already going to be your follower. It's pretty automatic. If you did not dismiss your follower up to this point, she won't let you talk to her right now. She's just going to kind of keep repeating herself. She'll say something like, if you want to come along, you need to come alone. And that's your prompt to go ahead and at that point dismiss your follower, and then you'll be able to talk to Serana and ask her to follow you at that point. Okay, at this point you can actually arm her up however you'd like. I usually just take away all her stuff and give her the stuff I want her to have. And for me, that's absolutely Stalrim Bow, Stalrim Dagger, Flame of the Astronaut, which I need to recharge first. And if you've got decent armor you've been giving your followers to run around with, she's pretty much going to put all that on. The great thing about having Serana as a follower, she's just like all the others. She'll do everything the others did. She'll cast that Flame Astronaut for you, assuming she's got other enchanted weapons. Oh, and folks, on that note, make sure she has arrows. She absolutely will not use a bow unless she's got arrows in her inventory. That ought to do just fine. Not only that, she resurrects dead things, and she's got some pretty powerful magic attacks. Alright folks, once you've got her as a follower, always check her periodically for new dialogue options, and make sure that you keep them all cleared.
Sleeping with something. I guess so.
Okay, here's another one of these critical dialogue options, folks. Were you always a vampire? Tell her that you want to hear it. This one doesn't matter. Do not ask her if she regrets it. That will offend her, and that will close your chances off later on to get her cured. Instead, how did you actually become a vampire then? Once again, don't offend her. Ask her how it affected her family as if you were Dr. Phil. Once again, guys, you will absolutely shut your chances off if you say, do you ever think about curing yourself? That is not the time to ask that. That will offend her, and once again, that'll block you from curing her later on. Instead, ask her if she is alright. And I think we're out of the woods for the time being as far as critical dialogue options go for Serana.
What now?
And that should pretty much return you back to the normal options. Alright folks, I like to follow the quest marker and go right to the College of Winterhold because we gotta go there anyway. Oh, one thing I should probably mention about Serana here with all this talk about getting her cured. Obviously, you know, if you do that, she's gonna lose a vampire attack. But the thing that I really don't like is right now she's got those red eyes, you know, they're kind of cool and they fit. When you get her cured, they turn into like these really weird and creepy yellow eyes. It's not like, you know, everybody else's normal white eyes. And honestly, I just can't get past it, so that right there is the main reason I don't like to do it. But, you know, one way or another, I'm going to show you guys how, just in case you decide to do it anyway. Alright, so pop on in the castle here, and make your way up to the right toward the Arcanium. Go ahead and talk to whatever that dude's name is. I can't pronounce it, so I'm not going to try. I need to find a Moth priest.
Fine.
Alright, and that clears a whole bunch of stuff there.
Understand?
Alright folks, so once again we're going to a very inconvenient location here. It's kind of the theme of the Dawnguard questline. I like to just go to Solitude, you can get a carriage, or if we've already got, map markers opened up, go ahead and feel free to fast travel. So folks, from there I just like to kind of follow the river. It seems to be the most direct. Not only that, I like to get this mill unlocked, and I'll show you a quick map overview here where I'm at and what river I'm talking about. And at night, you might get your hands on some Luna Moth wings while you're going down the river. Alright folks, once you follow that river and you start coming within view of the Dragon Bridge, go ahead and work your way up to the left so that you can actually get over to it. And one thing I should mention about, not being on good hardened surfaces... Oh, bandit attack, game on! As I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted. One thing about not being on, the beaten paths is sometimes the followers will get hiccups, with the terrain and whatnot. And it looks like Serana just got herself lost, and I'll show you how to fix it here in just a moment. So yeah, up to the left from the Dragon Bridge area. That'll be the best way to get up and over to it. And once I unlock that map marker, I'm going to fast travel to it, even though I'll already be here. That's how you get the follower fixed. And that should fix Serana, or whatever follower you might happen to have had. Alright guys, all we gotta do is talk to any guard. Know anything about a Moth priest?
He rode through town not long ago with an escort of soldiers.
And that will once again progress your quest line here.
Up across the Dragon Bridge.
You're gonna have to head south out of town. And guys, lots of free lootables here. Blue mountain flowers, etc. Oh, wow. And there's no quest marker here, so you're just going to have to follow this path, and it'll eventually come to a carriage wreck. And as you can see, it's not real far. Here's our carriage wreck, and you'll get your quest marker back at that point. I don't think you can just read the note. I think you actually have to take the note, and that'll progress your quest line. Go ahead and make your way across the bridge here, and that will once again bring you to another carriage wreck with some more looting. This one's actually got a knapsack. Right about there. Alright, once you're done with your free looting there, go ahead and take this left. Ah, vampire attack, game on. I'm over here fooling around. We are not done yet. Alright, as I was saying once again before I was so rudely interrupted, as soon as you're done with your looting here at the carriage wreck, go ahead and take this off to the left. And that'll help us to get up and around to where we need to go to get into this dungeon. Case in point, the pathway will actually lead you right up into it. Now during the day you're going to find some blue butterfly wings here, and usually lots of them. The problem is they're up kind of high and tough to get at. So if you've got the patience for that kind of thing, feel free to come back here and do some blue butterfly wing farming. And I'm going to get in here a little ways and do some sneak striking. Right off to the left here, there should be a hellhound real tough to see. So you might just have to kind of stand there a while and look in there real close. But there he is, right there. There should actually be two. Normally after you kill one, the other one comes running, but I don't see the other one at the moment. You can always fire a test arrow and that might get his attention. There he be. Alright, you're in the clear for just a moment. Feel free to loot your corpses. Get yourself across the bridge. And the top of that wall is a walking path, so you might encounter some bad guy trouble here, so I would probably go ahead and get crouched at this point. Be careful not to fall in the river. It's easy to do, especially if you're looking up. You'll come to an opening where you might be able to get some sneak striking in.
What was that?
So you might see them up above you, you might see them off to the right. Oh, looks like Serana's already engaging, so that's unfortunate. Kind of funny how the entire nest isn't aggroed right now. Here they come. Okay, so yeah, if you were able to sneak strike, there's usually somebody standing right around there, right where that balcony is, and you can fire a test arrow over there and kind of get their attention so they come down and you can plug them. Just once again, keep in mind you're going to have somebody right above you or behind you when you do that. We are not quite done with bad boy trouble yet. Alright, making your way up the stairs here. You should be coming into view of somebody you can go ahead and plug. There's two more right behind this barrier. I can't quite get at them just yet. And there it is. Okay, once all that's done and said, we're done with bad boy trouble for the moment. There's a nice little loot chest here. And you'll have to loot this corpse in particular for that stone. Once you have said stone, go ahead and place it in the pedestal up here. And guys, it's going to be another party, so go ahead and get yourself combat ready. That dude, he is surprisingly powerful. And that blast attack he does has a radius to it. So yeah, we're just basically going to have to kill him. And he'll take a knee. Ask him if he's alright. And this is essentially the Moth priest we've been looking for.
I will be happy to. Very well.
Alright folks, and he'll meet us at the Dawnguard. Once you're back at Fort Dawnguard, go ahead and talk to Isran, and that will effectively clear our quest. Go ahead and ask if he has the scroll and if everything's ready.
My trip to Skyrim.
And that'll kick us over to the priest here. Tell him you're glad he made it safely.
Ah, my rescue. It's not. And might I? Oh,
and he'll go ahead and read the scroll for us. That'll take just a minute here.
Do you have a moment to talk?
Alright, completed. Profit. So folks, I hope you enjoyed the video. As always, please smash that like button. It's always super appreciated. And I certainly hope to see you back for our next installment of Team Dawnguard when we return. Okay, as per the quest marker, go ahead and speak to Isran. And you'll notice you can't really do anything with him. You're just going to have to follow him for the time being. Flame of the Astronaut, which I need to recharge first. The other thing is, those red eyes that she's got right now, they're pretty cool looking and low, and honestly, it's kind of creepy.
Who's there?
Oh, I think I'm having a dragon attack? Oh wow, I sure am. And if it's nighttime, you might get lucky with some Luma. Ron is getting stuck. Oh, dragon attack! Game on! It's not a dragon attack, it's a wolf. And once I unlock that quest, and once I unlock that and keep an eye out up there for somebody walking around. Careful not to fall in the water like I just did. If that happens, just spam jump and you can get back up. And while he's taking forever to read that freaking Elder Scroll, please enjoy me watching around in figure eights. As always, mash that like button, it's super... And